first time, yes. I'm very pleased to be here and grateful for the invitation and honored. I think the selection is very strong, so that's why I try to see as much as possible in the videotheque, because I won't be here for most of the films. So far, Romanian audience has reacted quite good. In other places we've shown it. We had Romanian people come to talk about it, so obviously it touches feelings, because we have common history with the Secret Service, Securitate and all that, so you know about it. Whereas in fact the film is not about secret services, it's about my animation teacher, who is a very charismatic guy and whose life was affected by the Secret Service, invisibly but still quite profoundly and fundamentally. Well, at first we wanted to make, I have a co-director, she's not here, but we wanted to make a portrait about him because he's so unique. He's probably the only person, the best respected teacher of animation in Bulgaria, and linked to our school of animation, which is very strong. But then little by little, as he told his life story, it became a little bit more political. And so since then the film caused huge scandal, which was covered by giants like Variety magazine, like Cine Europa and various other people. There was a support from European organizations. But what's happening is internal in Bulgaria, so people can't do much about it. Also, the organization here received letters not to show the film, because they said it's illegal, but it's not illegal. So hopefully, I mean, I have documents to prove it. One of the Bulgaria's most iconic directors, who was known to be an agent of the Secret Service, is being slightly defamed, or that's what our opponents think. So this is why they are reacting so violently. The most important thing is to have a citizen's position and to not hesitate, because either way you're going to get beaten. So you might as well say what you want to say and not cut corners in what you do. Just say it straight from A to B and don't hesitate. Oh, actually, documentary is developing really well. I think there are more chances for documentary than there were 10 years ago. People are attuned to the importance of documentaries. Of course, a lot more can be hoped for, but I'm optimistic. Exactly, because people became bored with, ever since the rise of the cinema, people need authenticity, and that's what, for example, Romanian cinema is very good at, to show authentic stuff and not staged or not indulged. So documentary and fiction are meeting more and more. People need to see reality. I think the more the documentary meets fiction, the better it becomes. In terms of aesthetics, it needs to be more, or at least for me, I find a lot of documentaries difficult to watch, whereas I think they need to be more aesthetized, but at the same time this is considered against the rules of documentary. So, but I still think they should be built on the golden rules of script writing, of fiction, so that people could stay tuned in, and they should leave the journalism and meet the arts a little bit more. Or just take your signatures, don't leave it for later on, because once you finish the film and a signature is refused, then all your work goes to the bin and the trouble starts. So we had this problem when luckily we took our signatures in time. But then the trouble was really big, and without those signatures we would have been really, really stuck, because we invested a lot in this film. A lot of years of work and a lot of resources, so it would have been terrible, because eventually your film becomes very successful and those things could stop its life. Like our film is about to be stopped now, but hopefully we'll fight it. So. At the moment the Ministry of Culture is going to make an announcement about it, but they haven't given it yet, so we don't know whether it's going to be positive or negative. So far they have kept quiet. If a Ministry of Culture of a country says this film is banned, then what can you do? You stop it and don't go anywhere. Well, it's a Ministry of Culture, isn't it? So you cannot, maybe that's why they're not doing it, because we're a European country, so then I could probably ask for my citizens' rights in Strasbourg or something like that. So it becomes a bit awkward.